What's good with it? It's your boy Fireman E. You are watching Fireman E Reacts. And if you like firefighters, go ahead and hit that like button. Comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. See, we back for part two. Conspiracy theory, TikToks that will make you question reality, man. This is my part two. If you want to go back and watch the other part, which you should, so you can get the gist of my mentality and the things that I was talking about over there, because I might reference some things or whatever, man. Just go check your boy out, man. So we're gonna continue where we left off at. So without further ado, let's get to it.
Why would they do this? Why are they trying to hide the fact that we are on an infinite plane or on a flat earth rather than a ball? Well, if you isolate people into the idea that they're on a blue marble that's in the middle of a universe that is really insignificant, and there's thousands and millions and billions of other worlds and possibly other civilizations, that makes most people think that we are insignificant and that we did actually come about as some sort of an accident.
So my theory, I'm kind of in between. Only thing that I kind of not confirmed, but like really just lean on kind of like real heavy is that the firmament. I just want to say the firmament. And the shape, I don't feel like it's as accurate as they say it's just a regular ball. That's just overly symmetrical, in my opinion. The way that, so many different things happen, the way that the surface is, like higher elevations with like just the landmass. So if I'm on the floor, the ground here, and if this straight line went across, it can go really, really high up, like thousands of feet. I've seen a theory about that before. Or it can go really, really, really low. So if you got all of these different things, I don't think it's no one ball, man. So it's my opinion.
When people believe that, their minds are much more malleable into being given the idea that there is no God, there is no creator. And because of that, that also gives the controllers this fertile soil to build other deceptions on.
The Matrix, man, it's still being deciphered all these years later.
About
30 years later.
Control, mental, physical, spiritual, every way, shape, form possible.
You have to remember how big of a conspiracy this is. This isn't talking about just the JFK thing, or isn't talking about just 9/11.
Right.
It's on an umbrella kind of system to where it is the biggest deception that there is. It actually exposes every other deception, and nothing else brings down the power of the elite, because it really exposes education, science, the economy, television, museums, universities.
And when you deal with all of that stuff, as far as like what they really like trying to hide, is they're like, hey, this is your history, this is more of your history, this is what this shape is, this is how this history went, and all of a sudden you like, all this stuff is not even true, or it's way more to it than you told me. It's just, that's why I think it's the fear of, what they call cognitive dissonance, where people believe something so much, and you try to tell them something different. They basically fight you on it, no matter how much facts and details you have.
Think of all the things that.
That's why it's so serious.
I feel worse for the people that are out there building satellites, the people that are out there actually working for these space agencies, the people out there teaching in schools as professors, because they would all come to the conclusion eventually, once this gets out, that they've all been contributing to the lie.
The lie. It's more to it. It's way more.
That's why you have to ask questions. The Earth spins at 1,000 miles per hour at the equator and travels around the sun at 70,000 miles per hour. And the sun travels through the galaxy at 450,000 miles per hour. That's 8 trillion miles the sun has traveled since the year zero.
Wow.
Over a lifetime. And yet, for thousands of years, even before that, people were looking into the sky and seeing the same stars that we see today. And if they had the same optics that we have today, they'd be able to photograph perfect star trails, just like we can. I do not believe this is possible.
That's deep.
Looking to make saving a habit? Just open a savings account at BMO Harris and we'll give you a
That's
cash
deep,
reward
man.
for every month you save.
I feel like, when they talk about the sun spinning around the Earth axis and the speeds that it goes, and how things are just like really residual when it comes to history, even now, even the slight changes in the axis of the planet. So if that changes, the equator changes, and they've talked about things like that as far as the equator being, the center of it. So that's shifting. There's just a lot going on right now. We don't know the effects of it, but you know how it goes. You get the warning right before it's too late.
Have you guys seen this video? It's a pretty old one, but it's footage from the bottom of a Russian oil rig. So they caught some unexpected footage. Check it out.
Nice and blurry. You can see it though. Look like a submarine or something. What was that? Wait, what it look like a fish with like a something sticking through it.
What was that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's watch it again.
Yeah, what was that? Exactly. Maybe I'm tripping. Oh.
Okay, so now that you've seen that, let's take into consideration that this was supposedly at a depth of around 6,300 feet. So the world record for the deepest free dive is actually 214 meters, which converts to 700 feet.
Oh.
So we know that couldn't have been a person down there.
Nope.
Also, the world's deepest scuba dive is 332 meters, which converts to around 1,089 feet. So even if someone was wearing some kind of fancy scuba diving mermaid costume of sorts, you still wouldn't be able to reach that depth. So
Exactly.
one, we've got a creature that is at a depth that humans cannot possibly reach, even with equipment. And we've also got the fact that this thing speared something in the middle of the ocean in Russia at 6,300 feet. Like, what creature has the knowledge or the capability to understand how to spear a fish? Okay, I've also got another really creepy video that I need you to see. Check it out.
Let's watch. Oh, what was that? I seen something right there. What was it? I can't make it out though. I don't see something though. Let me know what y'all think that is. It looks like I see the eyes, like it's white, but you can see like some eyes right there. I don't know what it is.
Anyway, so those watermarks are really annoying. I know, I'm sorry. It makes the video quite difficult to see. So I've done my best to brighten things and the exposure so we can try to get a better look at it.
Yeah, you see that? Oh, it look like a man with like a mechanical, look like Iron Man mask a little bit. Low key, right there. You see the eyes? That's vivid how she did her thing. Now I don't know if that's real or not, but that was
Yes.
interesting.
Oh my god. For a first-hand mermaid encounter, this is like undeniably an experience that this man had. Anyway, I want you to watch it for yourself and let me know what you think.
Because somebody told me not to mention mermaids.
Don't mention mermaids?
I saw a mermaid.
Really?
I remember
Yeah.
him. He's a comedian.
When?
In Seychelles, Africa.
You saw an
Funny
actual
thing.
mermaid?
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a swimming person.
Really?
Yeah. And
How long ago was this?
I don't know. Ask Will Sylvans. It was
You think there's like a small population of mermaids that are out there?
But anyway, me and this little French boy, and they said don't swim in the lagoon after dark. Everybody's up at the bar, and so everybody's gonna go down. Everybody's kind of racing now. So me and him go down. Me and him get in the water. From a distance, you see something coming like a fucking missile. Right? It's going fast, and we both kind of stop. And then it turns and it jumps out of the water. And it's maybe at least 10, 12 feet long, man. And it do like this, and it look at both of us and go, whoa. The water was only about this deep. Didn't make a splash or nothing. And then me and him turn the fuck around. We running. Everybody's coming down there laughing, got their drinks in their hand. We're like, no, fuck that. And the little boy in French. And his mom is apologizing to me, saying he has a very vivid imagination. He said, no, bitch, listen. we saw a fish man. And it wasn't like a mermaid. Didn't look feminine at all.
Look at man.
A fucking man. A fucking,
Really?
a fucking
Man-made
dude who said, get
merman.
the fuck out the pool. Basically, he was like so you know, Aquaman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did it look like
go
a
head
fish
out the
person?
water.
Did it look like a fish person or did it look like a human being?
Came out.
Did it have
this.
scales?
It was kind of dark.
Dark like a dolphin?
No, but he had, the back of him was fish. The back of him was fish. His head was humanoid. Eyes about so big. Then, if you Google it, the lagoons of Seychelles. Okay.
I'm gonna have to
I
look
ain't the
that up.
first
That's
person to
crazy.
see some shit.
Really?
In them waters. And the guy who does the horseback riding, you know, you can ride horses. He said, how old are you? And I told him, he said, you're from America, right? I'm like, yeah. He said, so at this age, pretty much if you see a turtle, and I tell you that's not a turtle, you know it's a turtle. You're at the age, you know what you saw. Right. He says, people pay a lot of money at this resort. He says, yeah, it's maybe not a good idea to go around going, I saw a mermaid. And he goes, he's saying how long his family has been fishing in these waters. He says, and he's heard some things. He says, I've heard some things like what you say. I've never seen what you say you saw, but it's not the first time I heard.
See that now, that type of stuff, man. Like those movies, you're not just gonna come up with something and then all of a sudden somebody even seen something that remotely looks close to that. Like you make TV shows and movies, oh, the mermaid, and it's just fictional, and all of a sudden somebody sees something like that in real life. Or I seen a video a while back where something got swept on shore somewhere. I don't know what country, anything, but it was like, you know, like you said, human with the, you know, down to the scales and the fin on the back for the feet. So I mean, come on, man.
Thought that the discovery of a tomb is a rare event. Well, no. The reason why we don't have any tombs is because in the 16th and 1700s, the Europeans was consuming mummies at a massive rate. They were used for medicine, they were crushed up, and they were also used for paintings like this one right here, and the color was Egyptian brown. Now, mummies was used, crushed up, to make paintings like this into the 1960s.
Wow.
Mummies were also used and destroyed for mummy parties. So this went on during the Victorian period, okay? So these unwrapping parties was just like an Avon party or a Mary Kay party, where they would take the mummy and they would literally have a party unwrapping them. Now, consuming a mummy was thought to heal everything from headaches, epilepsy. Even King Charles II had king drops, is what he called it. This was a drink that contained human skull with alcohol. So you gotta understand, in the 16th and 1700s, you can go to your local CVS of that time and get your Egyptian Kemet bits over the counter.
It ain't funny.
Understand, we lost a lot of mummies during that time. A lot. That's a span over 1,000 years. Now, the only reason why we have famous mummies preserved like King Tut, it was very carefully hidden away in secret tombs. Now, this is a part of African history that we'll never get back. So just know that the main reason why we don't have any major tomb discoveries in ancient Kemet, present-day Egypt, is because during the 16th and 1700s, they were consumed by the Europeans.
That's so crazy.
Black people are Native American.
That's weird. Like, it's, I mean, you can even see now, I don't know, what's it called? Adrenochrome. Like, they still, like, consuming people, you know. Like, it's just too much going on, man. Like, even having, like, they eating celebrities now. It's a real video out there where people are, like real celebrities are still alive. They, I don't know if they taking their skin off or taking something out of them, but eating them, man. This is not, that's very much so real. Isaiah Thomas was just talking about
in
that.
a very peaceful way. There are a lot of my people and and white people making videos saying that I'm incorrect on what I'm saying. Most of everybody believes that all nappy-headed people, black people, we all just came from Africa. That's the only place we were. There is an Egyptian temple in the Grand Canyon, which is in America, right? No one is discrediting the African heritage that some of us have. But we're not going to ignore that some of us walking around with my skin tone and who are labeled as African Americans are not descendants of natives. I'm brainwashed. I'm being disrespectful. I'm this, I'm that. We're all just descended from slaves. If you want to stay in that mindset, you can, but I'm digging. For the people who don't know who they are. You can go and research the $5 Indian yourself, since what I'm saying is a problem. I'm not telling anybody to believe anything I'm saying. I'm saying, do your research. Let me know what you find. No one is discrediting any of the straight-haired Native Americans.
Right.
I clearly said it's where they could have came from. You don't read much, do you? Spreading misinformation for why? What is the obsession with rewriting history? Rewriting history? Are you serious? Because a lot of things that they told my people, which was saying that we was only slaves and we didn't come from nothing. They didn't teach us about the Egyptians. They didn't teach us about anything that gave us any status of intelligence. Am I really just misinformed? Almost everything I said in the video was false. People just making things up at this point. Only straight-haired Native Americans can be validated as indigenous, right? Okay. In the video, I clearly said, what if, on the situation between black people, white people, and straight-haired Native Americans. If you want to believe that every black person is from Africa, you can. Unfollow me if you have an issue with anything that I say. Because I do have a right to question things. Y'all stay dangerous.
Yazerski. See, now that's the type of energy that I feel like I have when it comes to my stances. At least when I find somebody like in her video, if I was to look, I'll go do my research. Because a lot of people, they might have heard something for so long and they just feel that strong about it without like, I heard this information, but let me listen for this information and other resources. Like it's more than just one thing out there that's accessible for information. That's why it was so weird to get one book in school and say, here, this is everything you need to know about this subject, or that's very important, or like condense it down for me to take it in. So it's just too many questions. It's just a lot of questions, a lot of questions, a lot of questions, a lot of theories, a lot of different beliefs, man. So with that being said, man, I just want to end the video off right there. This is part 2 of the same title. It's just a part 2. I want y'all to go check out the first part because there's some real deep information on there. I want y'all to chop it up in the comment section with me, and we can, get into this, man. We can talk about so many other things as well. I'm with whatever. We can, like get into, just regular day-to-day conspiracies, even about the things that happened in 2020 and all of that, man. So it is your boy Fireman E, and you are watching Fireman E Reacts. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment, share the video, man. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button if you're rocking with the content. And I'll holler at y'all on the next one, man. Peace.